Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our monthly webinar hosted through the Community Navigator Pilot Program powered by the SBA. I'm Sakara representing the US PAC Midwest, and today we have Shirda as well from the US PAC Midwest to share today's content with you. Today, our webinar is titled Cultivating Community Engagement, Strategies for Building Brand Loyalty and Recognition. Shirda, please take us away.
Hi, my name is Shirda. I work for US PAC Midwest as a business advocate, and I'm so excited to be hosting our webinar this month. So we live in a century where there's so much competition and in every aspect of life and everywhere you look, building brand loyalty and recognition is a significant part of establishing a strong foothold in the market and standing out amongst the abundance of choices available to consumers. Next slide, please. So we'll be covering a few different topics. So we'll be talking about what is community and why it's important for business development, and how can you get involved in the community. We'll be talking about three different types of community that you can incorporate your business into. So there's local community, online community, as well as your employee community, your employee base. And we'll also look into a case study of a big corporation that actually blew up in the last few decades. Um, and we'll look into how they survived some issues that they were going through. And we'll also talk about the Community Navigator pilot program briefly. So, what is community? A community can refer to a group of people who are connected by a common interest, affiliation, or shared relationship with a particular place, business, or brand. In terms of business, these individuals may include customers, employees, suppliers, partners, residents, or any other stakeholders who have invested interest in the business as well as its activities and success. So, why is community important for business development? It's imperative for businesses to build relationships around themselves. Community involvement is important for sustained success. It advertises its values to customers and investors and also models its values to employees and hiring candidates. Modern employees seek meaningful work and community within their organizations. Businesses that adapt to this trend are better positioned to attract and retain its employees. A supportive community, whether it's online or local, can become a powerful marketing channel. When customers feel connected to a brand or a product, they feel more likely to remain loyal and advocate it to others. Community driven marketing, often facilitated by technology, is more effective in engaging and reaching the modern consumer. It can attract new employers to your business as well as drive more business to your business sales. Small businesses depend on each other to keep their doors open. They depend on their local communities for support and survival. Oftentimes, uh, they serve as advocates for new customers as well as recommending the business through word of mouth. And also, community engagement has to be beneficial mutually for all of the parties. Each party gains something of value, making the interaction positive and advantageous for everybody. Community engagement is good for communities. It makes for stronger communities and it increases the connections for the entrepreneurs within the communities. And it also contributes to larger local economies. So how can you get involved in the community? So you can get involved with your local community and give back. To build local community, you have to build the relationships and support local initiatives and even host events within your community. For online platforms and online consumers, you can create an online platform or cultivate an online community. Oftentimes, this leads to user-generated content, feedback, as well as co-creation. For employee base, you can improve and retain your employee community. It's a very important thing. Employers or employees like to feel empowered in their jobs. So oftentimes they want more employee involvement, and they would like to give feedback for your business. And they also, it's a good idea to incorporate recognition as well. We'll be diving into these in the next few slides. Local community. So build local relationships. Join local business associations, chambers of commerce, community groups. These organizations often provide opportunities for networking, community involvement, and various resources to support your growth. Supporting local organizations and school youth programs, and getting involved with local schools. You can sponsor events, participate in some mentorship programs, provide scholarships or other educational resources to support the next generation. You can support local initiatives as well. Consider sponsoring or co-hosting local events such as festivals, charity runs, or any sort of community fair. This can increase your visibility and demonstrate your commitment to the community. All of these all of these methods are a great way to give back to your community, which can boost your brand's reputation in the area. Um, Participating in charitable initiatives that align with your business's values is a great way to let your consumers know that you guys have the same beliefs as well as morals. Online community. It's something that's been growing a lot over the past few decades. And let's talk about it for a few minutes. Creating an online platform for customers to engage with your brand and products as well as each other in order to create experiences and build a sense of brand loyalty. It's a great idea for businesses to create online forums, social media groups, or community websites where customers and fans can engage with each other as well as the brand. Encouraging your customers to create and share content related products or services. These created spaces serve both as hubs for discussions, support, and sharing experiences related to the products and the services. Things such as social media platforms that have video, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, etc., are a great way to start promoting your business on social media. Different platforms bring different types of engagement, and using technology appeals to the younger generations, which we can see a shift occurring in the last few decades. A lot of younger generations are getting older, and the people who are now Gen Z, millennials, are people who have always experienced technology. So a great way is to share content related to the products, and that could include reviews, testimonials, tutorials, creative content, and highlight and reward user-generated content to showcase your community's contribution. Um, you also get feedback from your community. If you involve your community in product development process, asking for input, suggestions, and feedback on new features or offerings, you are able to co-create with your customers to make them feel more invested in your brand. Giving them things such as exclusive content and offers, rewarding your community members with exclusive content discounts or early access to products and services. This allows them to build a sense of belonging and special treatment within your community or the community that has been created revolving your brand, your business. You can also connect with influencers in your area or influencers that are fans of your brand to allow you to tap into their existing communities and leverage their credibility and expand your brand's reach in ways that traditional marketing approaches often can't achieve. Employee community. So by focusing on building a strong and engaged employee community, you can create brand advocates who naturally promote your brand both within and outside of the organization. Positive employee community contributes to a positive workplace environment, and in turn, it enhances your brand's reputation and appeal. So something that a lot of employees look for, or people or look for in employers, is effective communication. So you want to ensure that you're open and transparent within the organization. Use regular updates or town hall meetings and feedback channels to keep employees informed and engaged in the company's goals and initiatives. A lot of employees seek more involvement within their businesses that they work for. So it's good to involve employees in decision-making processes, especially those that affect their work. This not only empowers them, but also ensures that their ideas and feedbacks are considered when looking into the shaping of the company's future. Things like feedback mechanisms um, are great because they establish effective feedback channels where employees can voice their concerns, provide any sort of suggestions, and report any issues that are going on. And addressing these concerns can improve the job satisfaction. Another good way is also recognizing your employees' efforts. So recognition and rewards, implementing those sorts of programs acknowledges and appreciates your employees' contributions and accomplishments. So we'll be looking at a case study actually. So this company, on its own annual report, stated that the first sentence of their yearly reports, of one of their yearly reports, through 2003 was a very disappointing year. They were on the brink of bankruptcy in 2003, and yet in 2015, they beat Ferrari out of first place as the world's most powerful brand. And the company's profits continue to grow exponentially in present day. Do you guys have any idea what this company might be? So it's Lego. It's the Lego company. The Lego company, we all know it's everywhere, every year, every Christmas. We know. So how did they go from being at the brink of bankruptcy to one of the most powerful and successful toy companies in the world? So the rise of Lego, it was founded in 1932, and its core concept was simple yet brilliant and innovative. Building blocks can become whatever you want in whatever way you imagine. And for many years, Lego had continual growth and success that made it a household name. But in the 1990s, going into the early 2000s, we saw a shift in the um, toy industry, and there was major competition. There was a rise of video games and digital entertainment, and this led to a decline in their sales, and as well as overproduction in the inventory because people wanted other things. You know, they wanted video games, they wanted digital media. So they decided to diversify and shift away from manufacturing and started making its own toy-based video games and production company as well. Um, Di by the 2003 and 2004, they went through a financial crisis. The diversification did not work. Their strategic shift actually caused more financial struggles, and by 2003, they recorded their first financial loss in over 60 years, and profits continued to plummet in 2004. So, how did Lego adapt to the evolving dynamics of the toy industry? And in what ways did their fan community play a pivotal role in their successful transformation? So, Lego recognized the importance of community engagement and the value of user-generated content. They harnessed the power of social media, online advertising, digital platforms to reach a broader audience. They embraced the digital age, catering to modern consumer habits. So, refining their business strategy, Lego reconnected with its core values rooted in creativity and learning through play. They streamlined their products to cut costs and to innovate. They started to release games that were complementary of their brand. And by 2008, they actually introduced the Lego Ideas, which allowed fans to submit their designs for potential production. This not only engaged the Lego community, but also generated fresh, innovative product ideas for them. Lego fostered and supported online communities of adult fans of Lego. AFOLs is what they are called. These communities created a thriving subculture around the brand, which bolstered their loyalty towards the brand. Lego also started to expand. They started licensing themes and collaborated with popular franchises like Star Wars, which attracted many, many different types of fans. They also formed strategic partnerships with companies like Warner Brothers and Universal Pictures, which also led to successful video games and movies, further boosting their brand awareness. Lego encouraged collaborative building projects within their fan communities. These collaborative efforts often resulted in impressive large-scale Lego collections and creations. These Lego sponsored and actively participated events. They had Lego Fan Weekend, BrickCon. These events were serving as platforms for fans to showcase their creations and connect with other Lego enthusiasts. Lego's presence at these events underscored their commitment to their community.
So thank you so much, Shirda. That concludes our portion with our content for today for how to cultivate more community engagement. Speaking of which, the Community Navigator Pilot Program, our community is you, the small business owner community. So this program is being powered by the SBA and USPAC as a hub. We are here to connect small businesses to resources and assistance. Specifically, we are the Midwest chapter. Through us, you will be able to connect yourselves to free business assistance and counseling. We cover financial planning, business financing, business operations, marketing, accounting, legal, and technical assistance as well. If you're interested in learning more or talking more about today's content, you can definitely connect with us and we can help you navigate how to apply, some of the things we learned today to your business to help you grow and increase that brand awareness and also that brand loyalty.
So key takeaways from this webinar, remember that genuine community engagement should be driven by sincere desire to connect and contribute to your community, rather than simply as just a marketing strategy. Building trust and long-term relationships is the core of successful community involvement. By actively participating and supporting your community, you can cultivate brand loyalty, boost recognition, and establish positive reputation for your business.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. To learn more about the offerings from USPAC Midwest Community Navigator Pilot Program, you can feel free to contact either me, Sakara, or Shirda. Both of our emails are on the screen. Thank you so much, Shirda, for your presentation today. There was a lot to learn, and when you were talking about the different strategies and the different communities that you'd want to engage, I really thought of some examples that I've seen myself. And I hope that we are able to help some of these small business owners here in the Midwest do the same for their business.
Yeah, I think a lot of these bigger scale, especially the case study, even looking at a company like Lego, who's huge, you can look at some of the things that they did and bring it down scale to smaller businesses and see what they can incorporate.
Right. I think that it's all a matter of, applying things that you can. And who knew? I mean, you said that this company is now bigger than Ferrari. Like I remember that little fact that you had shared, and it's amazing to think that it was Lego. So, I think it's about what you can do, how to apply it for yourself. And I definitely hope that we'll get to hear from somebody. Please connect with us through our email addresses below. Thank you again.
Thank you.